So before we go into today's actual video, I just wanted to share this scene for 2 minutes with you. This is 4 German premium Seahawks taking off from 1 carrier, but there are 4 carriers. So I am actually the lucky one, because I was the furthest in the back, to get the buff from the acceleration that should simulate the catapult. The other 3s were not so lucky. Now you might say, yes, this is some sort of carrier that only has 1 catapult, so only 1 plane can accelerate. I agree, that is kind of realistic, but there were 4 carriers, so is it realistic to just you have 4 carriers but let all the aircraft start from 1 carrier and going through the risk of letting 3 crash? I'm not quite sure if this is cool, and if everybody that crashed said, oh great, I had so much fun, that was realistic. I asked around, and apparently this was asked by the community a long time ago, 2013, 2014, as, to make it more realistic. And, at the same time, planes on the runway can taxi through each other without crashing. But that then is a contribution to the gameplay, because at the end of the day, it's a game. So those guys now have a 8 or 9 minute crew log? That's horrible. And it wasn't really their fault. And now you might say, oh, Napalm is complaining again. But yeah, I said just remove this feature, or, just do something about it. This isn't right. And the simple answer is, it's realistic and it was asked by the community. But, there is realism and then letting it polish or coming across a certain compromise between realism and playability. The next scene shows it from my perspective when I'm the unlucky one. Somebody spawned like a split second behind me, right there, and now watch the top left corner and my speed, the IAS. I accelerate, then it gets kind of reset, and so there is no way for me knowing that I should stop in time, and I can't brake in time. Now I know I'm screwed, and for that I get an 8 minute crew log. Much fun, Gaijin, much realistic. So now proper hello there, and welcome back to War Thunder, and for me to concentrate finally a little bit on a scene compilation in the German Premium Battle Rating 8.0 jet, the Seahawk Mk.100. I'm still not quite sure what I should think about the air-to-air missiles at that low battle rating, although I think it has been increased from 7.7 to 8.0. And I think that the missiles really can help you out dramatically in an up tier. I still try to use the guns, but they can be underwhelming at times. There are Hispanos at the same time. And this is again rendering this chat a little bit unique. First of all, it is the first German chat to get air-to-air missiles, then it is the only chat to have Hispanos, and also the only German chat that actually can take off from an aircraft carrier. I think it's the only plane overall in the German tech tree so far that can do so. So the value of those air-to-air missiles, they have various different scenes where they are really useful. For instance, in this scene where there is a Tu-14 and those tanky Soviet bombers have a nasty 23mm Sting gunner, and I miss here my shots, bad. I would take too long to get the guns on target, but the missile is doing the job just fine. Obviously, such bombers are not the most maneuverable ones, so they cannot really dodge those missiles. And I think that it is really cool. Also, jets that have superior performance in terms of speed, like the F-89 premium series of the Americans that I hate to bits, because of their crazy acceleration and crazy climb rate. In a direct fight, you would really find it difficult to get them down. To take them down rather, but here the missile is doing the job again just fine. And so here I let the scene run because there is the MD-450B Orangeon, and I actually hit him, as you could see with the short flash here, or the spark rather. He gets killed, and then I don't even get a kill assist, and that is deeply frustrating. But the missiles, they make it quite sure that you get a kill when they hit. Alright, so it's only for you the task to get the missile on target or to look for valuable targets, such as here in this case the Canberra. He has just taken off, he is the last player, We all gave him the chance to bail, but he didn't, and so I launched a missile at, what, 4.3 kilometers, and he still tries to dodge it, so apparently he either saw me, or he got a missile warning, whatever, but he just didn't have the turn rate, the capabilities to dodge really the missile, which is cool. So the question is still that I have very often, I get the feeling that certain planes get a missile warning, and others don't. And especially, I'm quite still convinced that versus those 7.0 aircraft or equally battle rating aircraft that don't have this weapon system that is so useful, especially at outside of your effective gun range, 1 kilometer to 4 kilometers, depending on the situation, that if they also don't have then a missile warning, then that is just not really cool. It's not fair. Versus top tier or versus a full up tier jets, then this missile system very often can be a little bit of an equalizer. So either it is kind of your last stroke, your last chance to get an upper hand on the enemy, or it is just simply seal clubbing. That's just how I see it. Another match, another scene. F80. I'm not quite sure if I could get here the guns on target in time and actually take him down, so let's make sure I get at least one kill. So I am a little bit more wasteful with those missiles that I should be, but again, this is a little bit my lack of experience versus in chat fights. Now, I know the basics and I had some good battles myself, but at the end of the day, it just didn't really give me a thrill. This plane, on the other hand, at least it was not frustrating. It was okay, getting 1 to 3 kills per battle is more than okay. And so here, the long range kill on this Mk.100, that kind of changed here the outcome of this Furballs engagement scenario, and then actually led us to yet another win. Another scene here in the same match where I killed the F80 already is then the following. I just have an Me-163 now closing in. There's also a Mk.100 in the vicinity, a Sabre, and those planes, they just have so significantly better climb rate and acceleration, they can dictate the engagement. I try to make here some stupid maneuvers, maybe I catch somebody off guard, If you never try, you never can succeed. If you never dare, you never win. And so I am now in a turn fight with a Mk.100, and just look at this bad boy go. He just has all the advantages, and he has just such a good maneuverability and energy, retention, whatever. It's really difficult, and now I have 2 of them on my tail. Yikes. That's not good. And so I try desperately to make him overshoot. Meanwhile, I try to spool up the infrared seeker, but then he just turns way too sharply, and this is what I mean. Should I do here the boom and swimming stuff? Very often those engagements are forced upon you because the performance difference is just so good. Not saying this plane is bad, but other planes are just simply better, especially if you are in a full up tier. So to find the right moment for the missile is not that easy, but sometimes you catch those people off guard, and at 1.2 kilometers I get a kill versus a Mk.100, which is just simply overall a better plane. And so this then is versus a superior opponent that also my team might find a little bit stressful. So you kind of see the ups and downs and the pros and cons in this. I'm still not quite sure what to think about this plane. I personally, as a grinding machine, I kind of like it. It's versatile, it's rather unique, but I'm still a bit sour that the equally battle-rated British version, that is a slightly different version, doesn't get the air-to-air missiles. So is this a pay-to-win advantage? Well, it stinks. That's what I can tell you. And then look at this. This, the Me-163, is considered to be a rocket, right? And shooting down rockets with missiles, welcome to 2020, mate. Welcome to 2020, or 2019 when it was released. Anyways, so this has been my brief experience in this plane. This is what I wanted to just inform you, what I'm up to. And yeah, I've grinded already the Mk.100 FM, as you saw in the video. And here I now have 63,000 civilians and 23,000 RP for 3 kills. That's it for me today, so thanks for watching, thanks for listening. Please give this video a like with it, subscribe if you want to see more, and we'll see each other on the waves, on the battlefields, and in the skies of War Thunder.